What's up, everybody? It is the Best Spot Kiss Move, and I'm back with another video. And today I'm going to be talking about Phil Spencer, Xbox, PlayStation. Now, I know the pretty much the topic this week is Phil Spencer's saying he wants fewer platform exclusives, more cross-play in the future. A lot of people are running with this. He wants fewer console games. I think that's BS. And so on. But at the end of the day, Phil Spencer is not saying anything new than what he said. He's been talking this nonsense since 2016, ever since they introduced the one-sided Play Anywhere initiative, the initiative for Play Anywhere. Um, so obviously we know Xbox hasn't done really any real console exclusives, since Halo 5 Guardians. I think Halo 5 Guardians and Sunset Overdrive were amongst the last. No, Sunset Overdrive already went to PC. So Halo 5 Guardians was amongst the last traditional exclusive Xbox did. Since 2016, Xbox has done day and date releases alongside Windows 10 PCs. They've also included Steam, and their releases are automatic Xbox, Windows PC, Steam, and cloud gaming. So off the rip, with their releases, you technically don't need an Xbox console. You may need an Xbox account, whether you're gaming mobile via streaming or gaming on a PC or playing their games on Steam. They require Xbox Live login, so that's how they get people in. So that we know. That's nothing new, nothing big. So the big deal, I guess it's just big deal because it's coming from his words. So the topic of this video, which I'm rooting for PlayStation. I am rooting for the PlayStation 5. I am rooting for Sony. Hear me out. This is not a video of me turning heel or me jumping ship to the PlayStation. No. This video, this is what I'm rooting for, right? Xbox is being the good guy. They want the cross play to play anywhere. They want no more exclusives. They want people to experience their games all over. And I'm rooting for PlayStation to hold firm at what they're doing. I'm rooting for PlayStation to, even though we know they're putting games on PC, it is what it is. It's a no-brainer. In this market, in this day and age, you got to do it, right? At this point, because there's not many PlayStation 5s out there for them to repeat PlayStation 4 success on software and attachment rate. And their games are becoming more expensive to make for them to only sell 3 million, right? So when I say I'm rooting for PlayStation, right, I'm rooting for PlayStation to not go day and date on PC. I'm rooting for PlayStation to not go all in on their subscription service. I'm rooting for PlayStation to remain traditional to their old business model. I think the industry can be healthy with both business models. Xbox in their business model, PlayStation and Nintendo with their business model. I do not want PlayStation to feel pressured into changing its business model because Xbox is finding some sort of success, right? I need PlayStation to remain stubborn because the more PlayStation remains stubborn, the more Xbox can actually produce exclusives. You know what I mean? So, for example, let's take this into consideration. So, everybody knows Xbox wants Game Pass everywhere. If they get Game Pass on a Nintendo Switch, they'll do it. If they get Game Pass on PlayStation, they'll do it. It makes more sense to them. Wherever Netflix can be, that's where they want Game Pass to be, right? Makes sense. Selfish person that I am, while I'm gaming, I don't care what's in Microsoft's best interest. You know what I mean? I'm still a console fanboy at heart, so I really don't care about that, right? So I'm not really sure. Once I'm done playing video games and it's no longer a big high VMI, I could care less what Microsoft and the Xbox does and where their games appear at, whatever. I wouldn't care. But as of right now, I want PlayStation to hold firm as long as possible. So I want as long I want this version of PlayStation will not allow Game Pass on PlayStation. Nintendo won't do it either. I they need to look at Game Pass as a threat to their own business model on their platform. So that's why it should never appear on their platforms. I need Nintendo and Xbox to hold firm on that. No to Game Pass. I need this Activision deal to go through. I want Microsoft to require the Xbox Live login for all their the Bethesda games, the Activision games moving forward, so that if PlayStation want those games on their platform, it requires that. But PlayStation does not want Xbox to have that much access to their consumer base, where pretty much they get direct access by the Xbox login. It's more than just logging in. They get access to certain things that Sony doesn't want. That's why Minecraft is really the only game that's really there. That's like that, which requires an Xbox login. When you play Halo Infinite and you play Halo Infinite and Grounded and Gears on Steam, even though these games are not, you don't need an Xbox or even a Game Pass to play them. You still need an Xbox account to play these games on Steam. You log in with your gamer tag, whatever, so on, right? I need PlayStation to hold firm, because at the end of the day, the more PlayStation does these deals, these marketing deals, these exclusive deals, and keeping games off Xbox and rejecting any Xbox thing Xbox does, and rejecting Xbox's business model, the more Xbox really kind of have to just deal with their business and their plan between their platform and PC and cloud. So for us, literally for Phil Spencer's vision of, like, less console exclusive, to Xbox there is no more exclusives. We're just playing on our preferred platform at this point. As an Xbox fan, you're just playing on your preferred platform. Because you don't need, obviously, an Xbox console to play Halo. You don't need, you know what I mean? We're just really choosing to play these games on Xbox, right? So I'm rooting for PlayStation to be stubborn as possible. To keep the ultimate utopia from happening. That is Halo, Gears, whatever Xbox first party games truly appearing on PlayStation and Nintendo. The more stubborn they are, the more PlayStation holds firm to their business model, the less likely that would happen. Now, if PlayStation was just as friendly as Xbox and whatnot, then all bets are off. But I'm rooting for PlayStation to remain this stubborn. I want PlayStation to be successful. I don't want this race between consoles. I don't want PlayStation to blow out Xbox, because I don't want Xbox to bow out of the gaming in the traditional sense. I don't want them to become a default third party publisher like EA and Ubisoft, whatever. I don't want them to be that. I want them to be players in the console space and in the PC space and whatnot. I want them to remain, right? So that's why I don't want PlayStation to completely blow them out. But I don't want Xbox to blow out PlayStation or to dominate PlayStation, where they feel compelled to, like, all right, well, it is what it is. Stop. Like, it is what it is. Like, that's on my mind. It's like, I want this thing to be close as possible. I don't want nobody to be comfortable. I don't want PlayStation to be comfortable. I don't want Xbox to be comfortable. And I just need them all to be successful at what they're doing. So I'm all for PlayStation holding off on releasing games on PC for you, because it's more, if you think about it, they get to maximize PlayStation sales for for a year. And it actually doesn't, because at the PlayStation games, they really shouldn't have to wait a whole entire year to do it, because the games, if you're outside of Spider-Man, right? Outside of Spider-Man, traditionally games, die off at the first 3 months. I mean, you're gonna sell the most you're gonna sell within the first month, essentially, right? And then, I feel like within the first 6 months, they're not going to be selling high volume. They're exclusive to outside of Spider-Man. They're not going to be selling high volume. So I want PlayStation to hold on to those exclusives and keep them off PC for anywhere from 6 months to a year, because they can have a relaunch effect. They could get their initial launch on PlayStation, sell what they're going to sell, and then they get a relaunch on PC and have a new launch effect right then and there. Keep that business model, because I want PlayStation to battle Microsoft at everything. I want to battle them. I want them to battle in cloud. I want them to battle in the PC space, and I want them to battle in console. Because at the end of the day, if PlayStation continues to do that and do their business model and let Xbox, then Xbox will have no choice but to focus on their business model and doing anything they can to pretty much rightfully fight for market share in the console space and in the PC space. I want PlayStation to dominate the PC space so Microsoft can do better at their Play Anywhere initiative. You know what I mean? Right now, PlayStation's they're planning some sort of launcher to have cross play and cross buy, whatever, cross save, trophy support. And if their launcher is remotely better than the Xbox app on PC, it's trouble for Microsoft. So I don't want Xbox to cater to PC by just dedicating things to PC. No, I want Xbox to treat PC and console the same. I feel like, I think as an Xbox fan, as a core Xbox fan, you should be rooting for PlayStation to stay firm and really to stay on track the way that they've been doing. Let them be as shady as they want, because it's going to help the Xbox fan as a consumer in the long run. That's all it's going to do. It's going to help us in the long run. Now, once gaming is no longer interesting to me anymore. I could care less what Microsoft does, but right now I'm rooting for PlayStation. No, that does not mean I'm selling my Xbox and PlayStation my primary platform. No, I'm rooting for them to stay ahead and aggressive and prove that their business model is best for them, so they don't fall. Because once they falter to what Microsoft does, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, no, PlayStation is Xbox, this, that, and third. But once PlayStation falters and try to gimmick or mimic what Microsoft does, it's a wrap. It's going to be it's just not going to work. And I need PlayStation to be this PlayStation just a little while longer. But that's all I got. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I know it sounds crazy, but it is what it is, man. Xbox has been getting on my nerves lately with their shenanigans, and obviously it's still my favorite platform for different reasons, but this year, as far as software output, it's been trash. But yeah, man, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I will see you guys on playing Xbox and Weapon Wheel. I'm gonna try to put out as many videos as possible because I've been lacking and slacking with the content, but I'm gonna put out more and more so we can get this. And also, if you're subscribed to me on Patreon, get off of it. Sub to me on Patreon. I'll put that in the link in the description below. Follow this channel on Patreon. Support me on Patreon because I can use it. All right. Xbox is the best box, and I am the best box. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. I'm out of here. Peace.